friends. Of late, I have taken a great interest in the ill-fated Carlisle expedition of 1919. I have traveled the world to places as far-flung as Shanghai, unraveling the threads of this great mystery along the way. I believe that I have made an astonishing, and to be quite truthful, disturbing discovery. I am returning to New York, and wish to present to all of you my findings. I would like us to meet at the Hotel Chelsea in New York on January 15th at 6:30 p.m. I know it has been a great deal of time since I have spoken to most of you, and I apologize for that. Regardless, it will be nice to see all of you again and to catch up. I should have the final draft completed by the time my ship docks in New York Harbor. I eagerly await your reply and look forward to seeing you all. Sincerely, Jackson Elias.
Hello there, Internet. Welcome to Inside All Day Gaming and today's session 4 of 1001 Masks. Thank you so much for joining us. You'll notice that we're going to be down player 1 today. Unfortunately, she's not feeling well, but I am player 2 of the Inside All Day podcast. I'm Chris, playing Otto Biggin. You can catch us here on Inside All Day Gaming, and you can catch us at Inside All Day Podcast for all your pop culture news. And on that, why don't we just keep moving down the line? We're going to get it going quick here today. Mando, why don't you tell us who you are, what you got going on?
What's up? I am Untamed Mando. I do streaming all over the place. I am playing the illustrious Athena Storm, who is the artificer that apparently poops in alleyways in bags, because yes, that's what you do in D&D. Otherwise, yes, exactly. White Castle, man. Don't do it. So yeah, I'm excited to be hanging out with you guys again. Hopefully Nadia gets to feeling better, and I will be sad that I am the only female representation today, but I shall carry on.
There we go. Thank you for holding up that end of our stream. If we can get a little bit of Shadow.
ShadowHawk. I'm happy to be here. Not happy that apparently the chocolate milk I bought for protein shakes has gone bad a month before it should have.
Ooh,
hard mode.
Yeah, no, I was just in my kitchen making a chocolate protein shake as a little reward for D&D night, and it came out as like this sloppy goop, but it doesn't taste bad. It doesn't smell bad, but it's not a liquid anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it.
I would just take a pass on that one.
I'm hearing homemade pudding pops.
See, that's the coward's way out, Chris. I'm gonna, after I'm done with this introduction, I'm gonna go back, turn the blender on, and see what I can do with it.
With that in mind, giving cooking tips, we also have Lurkin Bob.
Hello, I'll be playing Valton the Enkindler. Light cleric at large. I, in my personal life, have just spent the last couple hours fighting an agent of the Fae who claims to work for the IRS. I don't believe him, and I'm not paying taxes. I don't care who they send.
Very good, very good.
And last but certainly not least, wrangling all of us, the man of magic himself, Magic Man.
Yeah, I'm here. I am happy to have this session tonight. I'm a little sad that Nadia cannot make it, but I hope she feels better so I can see next time what she does with the copious amount of drugs that she bought from last session.
Right, maybe she's in a stupor right now. That's why she's not here.
Yeah,
if you
probably.
look really closely in the corner, if you see feet moving on the sofa, it's a resting Nadia. There it is. It's a resting Nadia.
She's recovering from the cocaine high.
Yeah, exactly.
Turkey.
So sorry she couldn't make it, but yeah, whenever you're ready, Magic.
All right.
One sec.
So last we left off, you guys went to Juju House and you found out there were cultists there, and like the FBI, you swatted them while they were trying to get a sacrifice in, and you guys like basically smashed the cult because the dice were with you that day.
Oh yeah.
And now, you guys, we set the scene. It's just early in the morning, and you guys are trying to are on the outside of Juju House. And what do you want to do exactly? You're all grouped together.
All right. Well, we saved Millie from being sacrificed to that horrific worm. We broke up a cult. Now all we have to do is make sure we get our way with this.
So you're saying burn it down?
I don't.
Oh, sorry, untamed.
Oh, you're good. I was about to. Burning down the building. Why do we need to burn down the building? This is New York City. I don't think that that's good for us being what is the English word? Inconspicuous. I don't think that is the wise thing.
I'm thinking that we just press a copper piece into the hand of our good Millie here, indicate her to the nearest direction to a payphone, and then beat feet in any direction, because I'm sure she doesn't remember exactly what we look like now, does she?
That's a much cleaner idea.
Otto, do you think you could identify valuable items in store?
I'm afraid I'm much less
Count
use.
chapping?
Yeah, I'm
Said
afraid I'm much less use as a fence than I am an investigator.
Well, no, because Otto is like a collector of books and stuff. Wouldn't he be able to identify some of the valuable items within the store?
I don't know if we have time to look at it, though. I'm sure the police are probably on their way.
Yeah, those are going to be on their way soon.
We would not want to be taking the time for this.
I was hoping for
Someone
cheap
roll me,
bells and
just one person, roll
gunfire.
me a luck roll.
A luck roll. I don't even have my luck dice out.
It's a D100.
Do it.
Who's doing it?
Me being all
Lucky,
unprepared.
lucky.
Yeah, because as mentioned, the police, there is a chance they might show up soon.
While Mando does that, I made the shake. It tastes like the candy Whoppers,
Shadow, are you sure
That's
it's
what it
good
tastes
to
like.
drink it? You might get
And I'm
sick.
super fucking happy.
I think it tastes like food poisoning. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
I rolled a 22.
Okay, unfortunately, all right. As you're about to talk, you hear the flashing of beedoo of police sirens, and you guys are kind of panicking now because like, oh god, we don't want to be incriminated. So you guys got to hurry.
All right. Look at Millie, put one hand on her shoulder, be like, "Hey, you don't remember what we look like, right?"
Are you gonna roll lurking? Do you want to persuade her or like?
Yeah. Well, I'm just kind of indicating that we would rather have not have been here, even though we definitely were.
Okay, roll persuasion.
Persuasion. I can be persuasive. I have many persuasive things about me. That is a 17 of persuasive.
He's like, yes. Thank you for saying me. I will make sure to keep quiet.
Oh, you're a doll.
All right.
All right, now let's get out of here because I don't think that the Americans like the German and the Ukrainian. So we should be out of here.
All right.
Exit stage left.
999.
So guys, do you want to run away or?
I think we want to casually walk away like we were just observers in the area.
Roll me stealth.
Can we not go into an alleyway? There's an alleyway there. Yeet.
Stealth check. I have stealthy checks. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's a monstrous 12.
I am not feeling hyper confident with a 13.
I've got the 20. Let's go.
Shadow, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
I had to find my character sheet. Sorry. Like I said, I got home from work. I did a little bit of tidying up, and then I hopped on the stream. So
Oh yeah.
That's fine. Man.
yeah. I don't even have my dice out yet. All right,
That's how you know it's
stealth
real.
check,
This
right?
is what real D&D looks like, people.
Yeah, it's a stealth check, right?
Yeah, it's a stealth check.
I have a +3 to Dex. I am not proficient in stealth.
Yeah, you're two.
That is a 15 in stealth check.
All right, everyone, you guys do succeed, and you guys casually whistle as you guys you put your hands in your pocket, you all whistle, and then you walk away as the police come in, and they start investigating the crime scene.
Yeah.
You guys are not caught by the police, so you're perfectly fine at the moment. Though they might
My
start, there
method
might
of
be a
stealth-
search for you with all the fingerprints and stuff you touched.
My method of stealth is I take my Ushanka off, put it in a pocket, and then I trade out my Colt for
Hi,
my
Medina.
service revolver. And I look like a completely different hobgoblin now.
Oh, okay. Just because you changed your pistol?
So I pick off my Ushanka, so now I'm bareheaded, and then instead of having my service pistol on my belt and my Colt in a holster, I switch the two. So now, if anyone accuses me of being the kobold that attacked the store, or not the kobold, the hobgoblin that attacked the store, I can accuse racism because not all hobgoblins look the same.
True. Hobgoblin lives matter.
Weaponized racism.
Anyways, so you guys escaped safety, and where do you guys want to go now?
We should probably go. We should probably go back to the hotel.
So you guys go back to your hotel HQ, and now you guys are in the safety of your room, and now you guys got a plan where you're going to go, because you guys completed most of New York. You guys got to decide where you're going to go next.
I believe next is England, so we can go ahead and take a look at the Penhew Foundation.
Yes,
They're over
correct,
that
my good
direction,
sir.
are they not?
Yes. And also,
And I believe that is where Layla is from, correct? Like that's of course she wants to go home.
Visit some friends, get some fish and chips, I imagine.
Was she Egyptian? I don't pay attention.
no, she's like Egyptian, so
Oh, she's.
I think
she was Egyptian raised
Britain,
in
so you're
England.
kind of correct, Mando. Anyways,
Okay. See. I pay
So-
attention.
Going through my notes right now.
So yeah, you guys want to do anything? You guys want to go to England?
Egypt born, UK raised.
Yes, that would be the best place. That would be the best route to go.
Yes, we should probably head back to the Europe because I don't believe that the Americans very much like the us foreigners here. I don't get a good vibe
What?
being
You-
here.
Busting up cults, shooting up the place. You're just like a pair of natives.
Not to mention, we're a mite harder to question and fingerprint when we're not in the country.
This is true. This is true.
Just a
I
mite.
gotta go see a man about
I
a
will
dog.
not get sick from random
An Irish wolfhound.
fast food restaurants. Yes. I doubt I'll get sick from fast food restaurants.
Yes, but have we considered going to country where their accents are indistinguishable from the good standard English of America? We will not be able to understand a single thing that the British, a Welsh, a Scot, or an Irish is saying.
Did anybody understand anything?
Does
he
the
just said?
difference? Does the difference?
I
I did
just
not.
nod.
I did
Remember
not
that-
think
that's
there was a
angle.
difference in. It's all in the UK, correct?
No, they're different. They've all been killing each other for the past couple thousand years.
How
Well,
did they
they all
have an
take
empire
turns.
in? They had an empire. How have they survived?
They like united, and
Everybody
they
needs
say
a
Britannia
hobby.
rules the waves. But anyway,
I know that they're all good for like oppressing the rest of the world, but their hobby is killing each other.
and also hooliganism. But anyways,
No, that's actually why the
hooliganism.
that's actually part of why Wales has so many castles, because the Welsh were so unruly. The English had to extra fortify the damn country when it became a part of the United Kingdom.
That'll show them.
all right.
Yeah, they would have done the
so-
same thing to Scotland, but they just didn't have the manpower to do it.
Damn,
Yeah.
Scotland's ruined it for the Scots.
Anyways, so
Love The Simpsons.
you guys plan to go to? All right, you guys want to go to? You guys made your minds to go to England, right? You guys want to get on
yeah.
the boat now?
Before we start up our journeys, anybody need to make any last minute shopping? I know we were trying to expeditiously make our way across this pond and make our journey, but
That is correct. I
last
was
call.
getting some gunpowder and some tinkering items. Correct.
Yes.
I thought didn't you get the gunpowder last session? I thought.
We got it last session. I just wanted to remember.
Oh.
I couldn't remember if we got it before the heist or if we got it after the heist.
Hey, you bought
my
everything
brain's-
before the raid.
Yeah, pre-heist.
Gotcha.
I would have preferred to acquire some items from Jutu House for fencing, but we can go.
Yeah, just
The
makes it
police
easier to
officers
find.
would not understand.
Yes, well,
they're sticky like that.
we could always pin it on Furbolg.
This is true.
Hey.
They do not like the Germans. They don't like the Ukrainians, but they for sure don't like the Furbolg.
That's just
No, I'm
crazy.
saying that's because he's bigger, and everyone knows
Oh.
big men by them.
Well,
Are you saying that I'm
that's my
short?
cross to bear.
Yes.
Ooh, burn. All right, wait. Well, Shadow, how tall is your character? And Amanda, how tall is your character? You have to be honest.
Let me
You can't just
actually
fudge the
check
numbers
the
here.
average height of a hobgoblin.
My character's height is 5'5".
Yeah.
She's like
I mean,
3 inches taller than me.
Wow. Okay. I would imagine he's about average height for hobgoblins. I just can't remember if hobgoblins are human height or slightly above average on human
I mean,
height.
they're like kind of like in the middle. I think it's like in between a Goliath and a Kofi.
Yeah, they're about human height, so I'd say he's like 5'10", you know, like an average human height. An average human male's height, about 5'10".
Sounds good.
Why is it I'm
Average
always short
American
in
human
every
males
single
were,
freaking campaign I'm ever in? I'm always one of the shortest people, except for when I'm a dragon.
Because you picked being a human, you could have picked a different race that wasn't tiny.
That is true.
Also, none of us are stupid enough to pick a tiny race like a gnome.
Gnomes are
How
fun.
dare you?
Hey, look, at least you guys aren't hearing my opinions about halflings. Damn thieving bastards.
Oh,
Whoa.
Just you wait till I die and come back as a halfling wizard.
Right.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna come back as a
Supremacist.
gnome barbarian or something.
And I will be doubly supremacist.
Done.
All right.
Done.
So does anybody else need anything then?
I think I'm all set.
Besides drugs.
All set. All set. We have. I hear we have cocaine for upwards of 2 weeks.
Yes.
I can't remember. The one thing I don't remember is, did Layla already secure our passage, or is that something we still need to do?
I think I still need. I think I still
Oh,
need
we
to do.
secured the
I think I ever got first. Wait, did I ever secure passage? I think it
yeah,
was like
Nadia and
we
Mando
were-
did get passage because they went there and
Yes.
like they made the joke about like the girls getting first class,
Yes,
the
we
men
did.
getting the middle
Cargo
class,
hold.
and then me being the child getting cargo hold.
Nice. All
Yeah.
right. Well, then it sounds like if Athena, you have tickets, right?
I have what now?
The boat tickets,
Yes, I have the boat
our
tickets.
boarding passes.
I mean, Layla and I did make sure that you did get a pass to the ship, but we did not make sure it was in first class or not. I don't know if that makes any difference to you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there.
They'll just tie us to the top if they need to.
Perfect.
I can
And so
hang
I
off the back.
hand you guys your tickets whenever we get there.
All right.
Fantastic.
All right. So you guys decide that same day to skip New York, and you go on a boat, and you're going on the cruise. You go on the boat, and you guys get first class tickets. Like,
Ooh.
so you guys
See,
are fans.
Layla and I are not so bad.
Yes, you got first class tickets, and it's gonna take you 2 weeks to get from New York to England. So,
Woohoo.
as you guys are
Read-
enjoying your time on the
really
boat, what are you guys gonna
read and
do
read.
specifically in your downtime?
Really weird question, Magic Man. Do you allow to train for feat? This is something that just randomly hit me. Do you allow training for feats?
I never really done that before, actually. I mean,
Because it's something I remember someone mentioning, and I've been using it in my campaign, where you can use downtime to, like, instead of using your level ups for feats, you can train for them. Like, if you want to be a sharpshooter, you spend the resources, you spend the time to train up being a sharpshooter, instead of having to rely on your level ups, because then you can spend your level ups on ability score improvements.
oh yeah. Speaking of levels, what level are you guys? Are you guys still level 3?
Yeah, we're still
You're
level
not
3.
giving us
All
enough,
right,
so
so-
you
Do it.
unfair fuck.
Say it.
All right. Since you guys are going to a new location, you guys get a level up.
Oh, I'm a mounted combatant now. Yo.
So yeah, so you can spend this time to also level up your characters, and also you also get to say what you guys are gonna do.
Ding, dippity, bing, bing, bing,
So
bing.
So who's doing what on this in this downtime?
I am gonna be improving like weapons and ammunition and armors. Like whoever needs improvement on something can bring it to me. I'll tinker with it, or I'll infuse it. I'll do whatever needs to be done.
Okay.
I have just a task for you, Miss Athena. If you got something you can help me with,
I can try.
I pull out that dead cultist officer's service revolver that we lifted, and I was just want to make sure you could just make sure this is in tip-top shape, perfect working order, Nobody can track it back to where it came from. You know, the basics.
Yeah, I can. I should be able to exam. That would be a
Press
kind
tinker
of
check.
check. Mm-hmm. Give me a
Maybe-
second.
What is a crafting check? I don't even know.
Somewhere in the
I think-
future, the ATF
Crafting check
just
would be
sees-
D20 plus your intelligence modifier. But since Mando is doing it, she can also add, since she's our artificer, she can also add her proficiency to the roll. So what do you want to exactly change it to? You got to explain here a bit.
Well, I think I'm mostly just I would be do a investigation check to make sure that the weapon cannot be traced back to us.
All right,
It
roll
would-
for it.
yeah, I would think it would really just be like cleaning it up and maybe filing down any kind of.
Yeah, like
Serial
coating it in
number.
bleach would do it. If you have bleach.
Good old
15.
bleachy weapon.
All right, so you investigate the weapon. The best way to do it is probably like rub really hard with soap or something, like a bleach, like very hard, like a cleaning agent to remove the fingerprints. Also, maybe that would be your best option because mostly fingerprint technology does exist in this time period.
It does.
Do they have serial numbers?
They do have serial numbers. I should be able to scratch off
Oh,
the
yeah.
serial number.
Fingerprints.
So I'll
Are you
scratch
also,
off the
are you
serial
also gonna
number.
dremel it down? Because those things go deep. They're not just like surface level. You need like some very specialized equipment to take those things out.
I'm an artificer.
Yeah, but we're
I
also we're not talking about modern.
Oh, fingerprint
firearms.
technology came out in 1892, so it is actually in this.
Yeah.
campaign.
British in India.
Okay.
So yeah,
Um,
you're gonna have to find a
course you have
powerful
that.
cleaning agent. So man,
Oh, yeah.
do you have like a powerful cleaning agent you can use to remove the fingerprints?
I probably in my tinker's I have alchemist supplies, so I'm sure there's going to be some sort of alchemical.
Yeah, you could. I would say that.
Thing.
So you could just like coat that normally with just bleach. And get rid of
I have an herbalism kit. Can I use organic oils? To
yeah,
try and
I
use that?
guess a little weird, but all right.
Use rub a little peppermint on there.
Yeah, so you rub peppermint. Wait, can peppermint remove fingerprints? This is
I have no
weird.
idea. Why not? It's got
Hmm.
oil. It's got a strong acidic oil, doesn't it?
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
astringent.
that.
There you go.
Shadow, what are you doing?
I'm doing my level up first. Magic with
Hmm?
How do you do level ups on HP? How do you do HP level ups? Just
I think it's
roll
like
and then
the-
add your con, or do you have like anything
You do
special?
fixed or like roll and add your con. It's your choice.
Okay. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, and I'm gonna roll.
All right.
That was a very very bad biscuit.
that was
I
a
rolled
burnt
4 on
biscuit.
I rolled a 4 on a D10.
Oof.
Yeah.
See, I just do standard because roll D&D Beyond just does it automatically for me. So
I prefer roll, honestly. I do a 4d6 subtract the lowest. So
Well, I do have a +4 to my con, so at least I'm getting 8 HP out of this.
okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh.
Not great.
Yeah, it's not horrible. And then
Mhm.
Magic Man, for my feet, level 4 level up, I'm taking Mounted Combatant, and then Party. I'm looking at my Paladin spells. Do you guys want me to take another kind of smite, or would you guys prefer I take Cure Wounds so I can do a bit more healing for you guys?
I've
I
got
think
cure
smite
wounds.
feels true to character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Damage.
Yeah, because I think most of us like that that are able to do spells have cure wounds at least.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, at least two of us have it.
The spell list, and like, I've already got Thunderous Smite. I mean, I guess having a different kind of damage. Is anyone else able to do fire? Lurkin and Auto do fire damage, so I should probably take
yeah.
Wrathful Smite. Yeah, I'll take Wrathful Smite because that does psychic damage, and we don't have psychic. That's metagaming. I'm sorry, Magic Man.
No, it's fine, honestly. You're basically just using the game and stuff, so it's not really metagaming. Because metagaming would be more about trying to connect the plot and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
Also, I mean, I did take freaking Mounted Combatant before I even have my mount secured, so I feel like I'm allowed to metagame a little bit right here.
yeah, it's not gonna work with the mount.
This is
Okay.
how I would fight if I were writing something.
All right, so Lurkin, what are you doing in this downtime?
Well, I will, of course, clean out my firearm, clean out my 45. Go over with Otto anything of interest he's got in that nifty little book in the Dark Cults of Africa. Also, try to see if I could, if Layla's feeling at all up to it, pick up a few words in Egyptian. just enough like, hey, yes, no, go out of there, danger, express basic concepts.
All right, roll me.
Ooh.
So you want to learn a language? So I would say roll intelligence.
Intelligent. I am intelligent. I have much intelligency points.
Not Layla's Nadia's character is with you, but she's the
Oh yeah, she's
feeling
here.
under the
Seasick.
weather.
She's seasick.
Yeah,
she's
she's
here.
seasick. Yeah, she's
Coke.
like nauseous and stuff.
At least she's not
Also, she's
pooping.
like indulged a little too much, so that's not helping.
You bring extra bags for the trip, Mando? Is that where you're about to go with
I
that?
brought extra bags for the trip.
Is
That
where
would
we're
be
going?
a 14 on the intelligence, the smarty pants check.
All right, so you learn
Wow.
Nadia's character, like the basics of Egyptian, like how to say hello, goodbye, like you kind of like understand the basics. It's not like in depth, so you have a hard time understanding a complete sentence, but it's enough that you can like get with like.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's get my weapons ready, try to go over any pertinent knowledge we know about these cultists, because being able to identify them a second before they can identify us is going to be real valuable.
Mm-hmm. So you want to read the book?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll just go over Otto's. Otto's the big brain. He's the...
Yeah, Otto's planning on spending most of his time trying to memorize as much of that book as possible.
I mean, you get most of it and stuff so far.
Okay, that's fair. I want to make sure that if I lose it or need to trade it or anything, that I have the recollection of the information.
Oh yeah.
So that pretty much is just gonna be unless I'm cutting Bob off, me spending my time just reading and having Mando fix my gun.
Yeah, so you can read over it. Roll me an intelligence check.
Whoop. Oh heck yeah! What's my intelligence? That'd be a good one to know. That is going to be a dirty 21.
All right,
Ooh.
so you kind of pick up the same points, and it's mainly you do learn about the cult. You do realize that the cults of Africa are many different cults all across Africa, especially like, and the book mainly also talks about in Kenya about the cult of the Bloody Tongue, and the Mountain of the Black Wind, which is known for its bad fortune and freak windstorms. And also, it depicts the form of the god of the Bloody Tongue. It's some sort of three-legged eldritch horror where it's massive, where its head's supposed to be it's a giant bloody tongue.
Well, that's nightmare fuel.
Yeah, I'm getting a picture of it.
Man, the later generations of Pokemon got weird quick.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, Nintendo decided to make Nightmare fuel.
I thought in the last round they had to make a sexy duck starter, which I thought was weird. But now we're getting way off. Now we're getting way off topic.
All right,
I would like to point out the sexy is not my opinion. That is the opinion of some people on the internet that I worry about on occasion.
Sexify everything, sadly.
Nadia, please leave Chris's
All right, what's the
browser
image of the bloody
history.
tongue god in D&D character art?
Ugh.
Character art. Oh, delightful. Let me.
Yes, R2, we are rolling the dice. Did you not hear the people saying the dice be rolling? Wow.
I mean, it's not as hot as my sleep paralysis demon, but it'll do.
Well, you must have a weird sleep paralysis demon, but okay. All right, so you after 2 weeks of travel,
I wanted to share it so people out there can see what it looks like.
That's so cool.
Yo,
Funsies.
I know that guy.
Is he
We
like your
work
cousin
together.
or something?
No, he's one of Sam's cousins, and he's gonna die like a bitch when we kill him.
Oh,
You mean the bloody tongue god?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty tough. So don't get overconfident.
He's a God, you know me.
Yeah, well,
Alright,
I have
anyways.
model clippers, so I think we're ready.
Okay. All right, whatever, dude. Anyway, whatever, dude. Feel confident trying to take an Eldritch God with your 2d4 damaging clippers. So
I'll have you know these things are a 2d4 plus 1. They're upgraded.
All right. Anyway, so you guys arrive in England a few weeks later, and it's near the end of roughly, well, kind of like late January. It's still cold. It's also wet because it's England, because of all the rain. And you guys get off the boat. Anyone smuggling any explosives or anything?
Only bullets.
We're first class, so does that mean we get a little bit more like, just bring my luggage over here?
Yeah, you get a little bit of that. You still got to go for customs and stuff. Now, granted, you can still take your firearms and stuff, but anything like big, like you took like a flamethrower or an artillery cannon, they're going to confiscate that, or explosives like a frag grenade. So,
espresso machine.
Yeah, you can take a machine. You can take like a Lewis gun or something,
maker.
but you're gonna have to like explain like why you need it and stuff. I mean, if you had Nadia, she could use her character's like government credentials to get easy through the customs. But due to her being incapacitated at the moment, well, she's not with you guys at the moment. That's going to complicate things. So, Mando, do you have anything like any explosives, or everything's disassembled?
Everything is disassembled. There is quite a bit of gunpowder, but that's like in a separate container. Like,
would you have to roll if you're smuggling gunpowder through customs? I think you might have to.
Wait, do we have a camera?
But like, I purchased it legally. Like, it's not illegal to like ship gunpowder.
Actually, in this time, it wouldn't necessarily be because you didn't have major. Are we allowed to say terrorism on YouTube?
I mean, you kind of just did, but I wouldn't.
This is England. They have the IRA to worry about. Yeah,
there was the small troubles.
Yeah, the troubles were in the 1960s. Actually, this is a current.
1920s was a mite spicy there.
Well, yeah, that was also Civil War.
The IRA is in full swing. Like it's not until they start fleeing to America because the Brits really start hammering them. And they become organized crime in the U.S. Like, you've got, like, car bombs and stuff going off in England right now.
Yeah.
So,
everybody look foreign.
All right. So, anyways, I wouldn't... All right, since you purchased the gunpowder legally, I'm not going to let you roll for that because it doesn't make sense. Everything's disassembled. So, you guys walk out of customs. Nothing's wrong. And now you guys got to start your investigation.
All righty. Well, we've got a business address.
Yes.
You
have the address of the Penny Foundation on that note card.
We do have an address for the Penhue Foundation, but it might be wise to have a place to fall back to. Maybe find ourselves a new hotel HQ, so to speak.
All right.
Makes sense. Unless Layla has some sort of contact we can stay with.
Oh, she's still sleeping off the ocean voyage.
This is true. I understand the tummy issues. So yeah, I'd say let us get to another hotel.
All right, someone roll me a survival check to find a hotel.
Let me take.
I got it.
Look.
I want to do this.
Mine's just a +1 anyway.
Well, I'm starting strong with a roll of a 73, and my survival is a +4. So how does a 77 treat me?
So you do find actually it's just a normal survival roll. It's not a D100. It's just a D20.
Oh, D20. I thought you said luck roll in my head.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Well, let me try that again. That's a 7.
You could survive on the moon with that check.
Unfortunately, you can't really find. Unfortunately, a 7. You can't really find a good hotel.
I know where everything is.
Someone else can roll a survival check if they want.
I will also do that. Yeah. Hey, a 19.
So Mando, you do find a hotel. Like, describe what hotel you find and like what is it? Like, is it a fancy hotel? Like, simple hotel? Like, describe it.
Is it owned by Germans?
Oh. It is owned by Germans. It is a German hotel. It is a bed and breakfast. Just your standard tea time, bed and breakfast. Yeah. Hold on. Give me a second. Bed and breakfast.
That's wunderbar.
In
One would think the Germans would not be very popular in here because of the events of the past decade.
I imagine it's worse in France.
Yeah.
This is true. The French do not... But who likes the French?
At this period of time, they're actually a fairly acceptable and amicable people. It's World
I
War
like
II.
their
It's after
bread.
World War II that they get broken.
The bread's good. The fries aren't bad.
Well, technically, French fries were in Belgium, so that's not actually true.
Well, Belgium was part of France until it was created as a buffer state because of Napoleon.
Those
Yeah, that was
Flanders.
like 1830. That was like 1830s or something.
Mhm.
Anyways, so you guys go to this German bed and breakfast place, and you guys are. How do you guys
Wunderbar.
react to this?
Well, does anybody have a little bit of spare cash we can put forward? I mean, we do need. Oh, that's something we should have done before we left. Well, it's too late for that now.
We
Should have
just expensed it.
Should have expensed everything. Yeah, we had all the receipts.
We'll just save the receipts again.
There we go. So we just need to put forward some. How much was we just need a room here? What do we got? Looking for some cash.
There's 2 rooms. I don't want to stay with all of you stinky boys.
Stinky boys. I shower quite regularly.
Well, that's
thank you
that's
very
one
much.
that talk. Your character had a bathroom emergency. See with the White Castle. So I mean, who's really the stinky one?
Ooh.
I showered. Okay. She washed her hands and bleached her eyes. It's fine.
Good old eye bleaching.
Well, you're gonna damage your eyes and stuff.
Of
Well,
course.
whatever. You can have rate of restoration can fix your eye damage from bleach.
Right. Exactly.
So, anyways,
Oh yes. Ask. Okay. Do we have the capacity just to expense this onto our late good friend's account? Correct.
yes.
To his estate. All right. Walk up to the front, and I hear them speaking German, so I will ask in perfect German, with a slight Austrian accent. Hi, I would like a suite for myself and my group. Could you also please have someone come around to bring up our luggage? It's sitting outside.
Yes, sir. Are you gonna be paying and stuff?
Oh, yes. Here, just expense it to this account. These people, I believe they will put you in. We're currently on an investigation, so we have a bit of a sponsor here.
All right, thank you, sir. It basically takes in the money, and now, all right, so that will be for 4 people. That will be a total of around 80 gold coins.
80 gold. Alrighty. Just need the paperwork on that so I can sign whatever they need to and ask, like, I have a question. Exactly in this area, how often, like, okay, slip into English for a moment. It's like, I have a question. How often can we expect taxis and such to come by this area? Should we need transport?
We're near the main road, sir. Like, it's pretty consistent to get a taxi. You're gonna have to pay and stuff, but
Excellent. And then just kind of look around the room, slip into German. How often can we expect members of the law enforcement community to slip through this fine establishment?
slip through with fine establishment. This is a pretty average place, sir. We just opened like a few years ago, so it's pretty average. Mostly just travelers and stuff. We do have a size amount of Germans, though.
Oh, so, like some of our friends just haven't had very productive relations with the police in the past. Kind of like nod head over to the massive bugbear, to our massive Ukrainian, like, and
I'm
he just gets
goblin, sir. That's racist. Not all servants of Maglubiet are big hairy bastards. Only half of them are.
Oh, they're all Slavs to me.
Well, that's interesting. It's like, all right, guys, enjoy your stay. So you all guys
Thank you.
get. So how are you guys gonna bunk? Are you guys gonna get like separate rooms each, or?
I would
Or
imagine the ladies in a room and the guys in a room.
Yep. So
Works
you
for me.
guys
Slumber
settle in.
party.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take care of Nadia the whole trip.
Summer party to silence.
Yeah, so Mando, mainly you and Nadia get into your room, and basically you're tending to Nadia because she's still not feeling well from her binging of indulgences and seasickness.
She had to test it to make sure it was real cocaine, you know?
Yeah, fortunately, she
Mhm.
nearly she had to test it to make sure it didn't have fentanyl in it.
Make sure it all
Problem
smelled
was-
okay.
Yeah, the problem is she may have been testing it every day just to double check.
Yeah,
Mm.
I feel like she's gonna end up like Scarface in this campaign, you know? Like next thing you know, she's gonna be like during the final battle against like Nyarlathotep, she's gonna be railing a line of coke and then pull out like a submachine gun to blast the Eldritch Bolt.
You know, it's not a bad idea. It's like, oh yeah, how much sanity loss? No. How marching powder?
All right. So anyway,
Marching
you guys settle in, and now you guys got to decide what you're gonna do in London.
Alrighty.
Well,
After sorry.
no, please go ahead. I insist.
After Lurkin's done speaking to the hotel owner, I would go up and go, for my party and I are not familiar with the local area. Where would be the dangerous parts of town we should avoid?
That would be in Soho, sir. It's a little rough place, but yeah, if you're looking for a rough time and stuff, then there. I would be careful going out at night. You don't want to get like mugged or something.
And we do not need to jump out of perfectly good buildings.
I do not intend to jump out of buildings. I intend to break some
Again?
skulls and acquire funds.
You say so.
All right. Well, I think maybe we just need to find this Penhew Foundation.
Well, we have a street
Pennywise,
address.
Penworth. Penny for your thoughts.
Yeah, it should be on the flashcard.
Penham, 35 Tottenham Court Road. Tottenham. I believe that's German, but I can't recall for what. Death something?
I should know
Tottenham?
this.
Yeah, Toten means death or dead.
Mhm. Yeah.
Totenkopf, Tota. Very bizarre, but it's in London.
Means to kill. Yeah, kill or put to death.
All right. So, you guys want to go to? Oh, so Soho is spelled out Soho. It is a very rough town. There's a lot of like the working class and like, lower socio-
SOHO Soho.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Every place has a rough part of town. It's just a matter of knowing how not to look like you're worth the effort. Or
Yeah, no, I have it labeled as revenue site. Don't worry about it.
revenue generation stream.
I.e., beating people
Um,
up until they give you money.
He's a
So
free
I
contractor.
suppose we should head to this foundation and get some answers. Hopefully, I do not believe Layla's going to be leaving the room for quite a while, because of the line of coke that she is currently doing to try and help with the line of coke she did earlier. But
Oh,
Yes.
the hair of the dog
I digress.
approach.
I don't think this cocaine habit is going to end well for her.
Yeah.
Maybe she can just keep an eye on our espresso machine for right now.
I was
Sorry,
doing-
snow cone maker. You're right. You were right.
Snow cone
This is
maker.
the snow cone.
She hasn't crack addiction yet. Is that a thing we know?
No, crack is we're a bit before
It's definitely
crack.
something we're joking about.
This is cocaine.
I don't know the difference. I don't engage in illicit materials.
Wow, criminal that doesn't do drugs. Wow, that's pretty surprising.
You
I meant
can't.
IRL. IRL, I don't do it. I don't know what Vlad does for recreation.
Oh no!
When you
No.
mentioned the Austrian accent, I
Oh,
missed this one. That was well done, Jacob.
yeah, he does exist, sadly, but World War II does exist amongst all the horrors. But that's not important right now. So, back to that. So you guys decide to head to Penhew, correct?
Yep.
That is correct.
So you guys go to Penhew. It takes about like 15 minutes. Because it's like near the center of London, like the busy streets, where a lot of the public buildings are. It's roughly near the London Museum. Now the Penny Foundation is a little bit smaller than that, and the organization specializes in. Does anyone want to do any research on the Penny Foundation before you enter?
No, I don't.
Like someone should do an intelligence check.
I mean, I
Well-
could have asked the front desk before we
The
left.
concierge.
Consigliere.
Consigliere.
I will
Ooh.
probably try and do some investigation into that. Yeah.
Yeah, roll investigate intelligence.
That is an 18.
So you do succeed. So Mando, you realize the Penny Foundation is an archaeological expedition founded, and that was originally a foundation that specializes in funding archaeological digs. It was founded by Sir Aubrey Penhew in 1908, and he died on the Carl expedition. Well, one of the members. And now you realize that the newest person who will be promoted to leadership is a guy named Edward Gavigan. He's a human male. He is ginger, a little balding a bit, and he's very charismatic and overall has been leading the Penny Foundation to strength. Overall, he seems relatively like as a respectable person.
I realize this information.
Mm-hmm.
Well, delightful. Hope that should make things a little bit easier for us.
Question: do we actually have? I know it was included with our little info packet, but do we actually have his business card?
Yeah, it's the business card and the address. So you have Edward Gavigan, director, and has Penny Foundation's name and the address.
Excellent. We can kind of use that to kind of short shank the front desk, which is like, yeah, we're here to see him. Excellent.
Handed it directly to me.
There you go.
All right, so you guys go to Penny Foundation. It's a very fancy. It kind of looks like kind of a classical. It looks like a neoclassical design. If looks like a kind of like a Greek temple a bit. And it is open. You see people going in and out of the front door. A mixture of employees and sightseers.
Ooh. Well, I say we just casually make our way inside and see if we can find someone to assist us in finding our Mr. Edward.
Yes. So, you guys go into the main lobby, and you do see a female human, and she's working the front desk. And you also do see people running back and forth, like you see porters carrying kind of moving objects and talking to people and stuff.
I mean, as long as you see people moving around, by any chance do we see the sir himself moving
Roll
around?
for it.
Ooh.
Good up.
Just a straight 20?
Yep, straight 20.
Oh, I shit you not, natural 20.
All right,
Let's go!
you
First
do
one.
see, you do see Edward Gavigan himself. He's actually kind of just returning from lunch actually, and also he kind of walks in.
Oh, fantastic. You appear to be the Mr. Edward Gavigan. I got your card right here. You're the man to see.
Yeah, I didn't really. Who are you exactly? I don't know.
Yeah, we've come actually a long way to see you. We promise not here to take up too much of your time. By any chance, if you could just spare us 10 minutes of your time back in your office. We're friends of Mr. Carlisle, or not Mr. Carlisle, of Jackson Elias, and we just came a long way to try and learn a little bit more about what happened. We're hoping maybe you might have some clues that can point us in the right direction.
Why do you want to know about Mr. Elias?
We were summoned by the man himself. Unfortunately, he is no longer with us, and that is what we're looking into.
Oh, that is horrible, my good sir. I'll talk to you. You come with me to my office. So Avigan follows you to his personal office. It's just a normal office.
All right, fantastic.
You guys all sit down. He's like, so what do you want to know about Mr. Elias exactly? What does this have to do with me?
While they are talking, because we all know that I have a -1 to charisma, I'm going to just look around the office and see if I see anything out of place, incriminating. But I'm not gonna examine it. I'm just gonna kind of look around.
It's that's one, that one's, and it's exactly that.
What'd you get?
It's a 6.
You don't really see it. Everything looks pretty normal. So who wants to do the talking here?
Not me.
I don't know. I can try to do some of the talking.
Otto, you want to take the lead on this?
Yeah, I can certainly try. For sure. So, yeah, what I would say is the reason we came to find your persons here is among his effects was a card with your name on it, and we were really just looking to see what your relationship was.
Oh, yes. So Mr. Elias came here about a few months ago. He interviewed me at the Carlisle expedition, and I told him about how the Penny Foundation helped Mr. Carlisle arrange expedition to Egypt to do some digging.
Okay. And I'm guessing that would be out in the Cairo area.
Yes, supposedly Mr. Carlisle found information about supposedly a time period in Egypt known as the Third Dynasty. Supposedly, there was a great deal of chaos and strife in the transition from the Third to Fourth Dynasty, and Mr. Penhew was really interested, and Roger had information on artifacts of that time period. However, they made some sort of significant finds, but they never really told me exactly what those finds were. And then, for some reason, they decided to go to Kenya, which I'm a little confused why Mr. Penhew would agree to that. And then they all died to Knowles. So,
Allegedly.
I was a little sad and upset, and that such expenditure of our foundation's revenue was spent on an expedition that had failed.
Do you have any idea about the artifacts of intrigue?
No, not many of them. They were not really sent over here much. It was more like written reports that we're still processing.
Oh, do you have those on hand? Is there any chance we could trouble you to take a look at those?
Sorry, sir. It's not available to the public. I'm sorry, sir.
I mean, I could understand why you would say that. It's a business. You got to keep everybody's information
it's just
private.
that we want to make sure it's correct. We don't want to publish any misinformation or fake news because, there are some fraudulent foundations that do that, and we are an honest and integral foundation.
I hear you. I truly do, and I want you to be as honest as possible.
Yeah, so I did tell this. I'm telling you what I told Mr. Elias before he sadly passed away, and he overall did that. But fortunately, we are actually funding a new expedition recently, the Clive expedition. They're doing some more digging. Exactly. They're trying to find some other artifacts, not of the Third to Fourth Dynasty, mind you, but they're trying to find other things as well that they're currently operating, and so far we've seen promise in getting returns out of this one.
I'm gonna do an insight check, just my own personal.
So see what,
see if he is being deceitful. To see if he is withholding information that might be helpful for us.
Okay, well, what other than you got to be a little specific about exactly.
About his conversation with
Elias.
Elias, yes.
Yeah,
he's being honest about his conversation with Elias.
Yeah.
Insight, so 11.
Yeah, you probably can assume that he's being honest about it. You probably assume. So, yes. So he's like, yes. And also, fortunately, we've also made a contract recently with Henderson Manufacturing. It's a manufacturing firm, it's kind of like near. Hang on, I gotta look.
Did you say Henderson or Patterson?
Henderson Manufacturing.
Sounds
and also I told him about Mr. Elias about their businesses and their contacts, and we talk about Henderson Manufacturing. It's kind of like about an hour drive from here, and they have provided us a lot of our digging equipment and heavy machinery that we need to get through the sandstone and other debris.
All right. Well, I mean, that's a nice little lead there. Does anybody else here have any questions? And while I'm actually asking that, Magic, I'm trying to decide. Otto's trying to decide in his head. Can I do a perception check or an insight check, whichever one it would be, to see if this man looks like maybe he'd take a bribe?
Yeah, you can roll an insight check. I mean, it would depends about a bribe to what exactly.
I want to see if I can bribe him to see the paperwork that came back from the previous paperwork I was looking for.
I mean, if he doesn't accept gold, I imagine he's the type of person to accept lead.
Would a 23 do it? 17 plus 6.
Ooh.
Yes, actually. You do. I was like, yes, I'll give you the papers and stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
But why would you
Absolutely.
need the papers exactly? Are you a government agent? Like, what do you want? I don't know if I can trust someone like
Kinda-
some sort of person.
Our business is our business.
Yeah,
I'll-
We
like I
don't
said,
need. This man has not been rude to us. We don't need to be rude to him.
No,
we
but
do
Gabby's getting a
we do
little
not need
defensive
to
and
disclose
stuff.
details of
like,
our investigation to
so,
a
Otto, your
total
perception's
stranger.
kind of working, but Gabby's like really defensive and stuff. Like he's like,
I gotcha.
because you're just like a random person. Like he's like, you even have a PhD in like archaeology or something.
Is there,
Kinda-
I'm going to ask him about Henderson
Manufacturing.
industry. I am not familiar with them. Are they an up and coming?
Yeah. Yes, they are an up and coming firm, and generally they're happy that we secured a contract with us about to get the machinery. They build all sorts of machines, but mostly they build steam engines, drills, like anything you really need for like running an archaeological dig. They can generally make it. It's a pretty average place. It's not like a large like in factory or anything. It's just a pretty average. It does have quite a decent amount of workers, but it's pretty average for like a manufacturing facility.
And I let him know I was an airplane mechanic in World War One, the Great War. And
put it in. Money
So
in the jar.
Gavin like, oh, so
I'm
you
sorry.
worked with
I'm sorry.
so you worked with
Basically,
Huns.
that is my interest. Is just manufacturing, though.
So I guess okay. So I guess you liked working with the. So Gavin kind of laughs a little bit. He chuckles like, "Wow, I didn't know you liked working with the Huns."
She's Belgian. Kind of like sit there to shoot him a glare like she's Belgian. And Belgium, as you remember, was both an ally and occupied by those Huns
All right.
for quite some time.
Well, all right. I you do seem like a woman who enjoys tinkering of such contraptions.
I very much do. Tis one of my hobbies and pastimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to basically like be helpful and throw suspicion off.
Kind of,
But also, this is something that's interesting to my character.
Wait for a natural kind of lull in the conversation. Kind of slide like my little investigator's badge across the table. It's like, sir, you knew Jackson Elias well as a business associate. We, everyone else in this room, were close personal friends with him for quite some time. My job after I left the USEF was an investigator, and kind of lean in a little conspiratorially, like, I don't believe Elias's death was accidental in the least. I don't think that someone randomly gets carved up by a bunch of religious zealots. And I certainly don't believe that it is not unconnected to events that happened in both Egypt and Kenya.
So you're saying Mr. Elias was murdered?
Kind of like sit there, kind of like put a finger in mouth. I wouldn't put that out yet because I wouldn't be at liberty to speak about such things. But if I were to say, yes, I would have my suspicions harbored very much in that direction, sir. I have a question. Kind of sit there, pull out a sheet of paper, and draft out a picture of that. Oh no, the name loses the sucker fish, the fish with the bitey and
the bloody
brain.
tongue thing.
No, if you didn't just ask that question, I could have told you.
The bitey tongue fish that lurk in Bob's brain. The lamprey, yeah.
Lamprey, yes.
Make
the
the symbol of the lamprey bite. Like, have you ever seen this particular insignia on anything that has passed through this warehouse?
No, I've not seen this at all, sir. I've never seen this.
This particular insignia belongs to an organization that we believe to be eliminating peoples in both the architectural and the general esoteric history fields. Now, it is our job to find out why that's happening and to stop him from doing it.
All right, that's interesting of you, sir. Do you believe in the vanished age theory, like that guy Robert E. Howard is supposedly peddling?
Well, not much for book learning. I know a little bit about a Bronze Age collapse, something about the theory of Atlantis, and supposedly in the top of this very continent, you might indeed have a pond with a dinosaur in it. I believe the Scots do. But
That could be true, sir. But I'm just saying.
I do
Are
not.
you saying
always
there's
skeptical of-
giant lizards is the North Pole? Really?
No, it's
Do not
more
be
like in
ridiculous.
Scotland.
They are giant avians.
But no,
Very much a difference, of course.
I can't say I possess particular
They're like
knowledge.
penguins.
I can't say I possess particular knowledge of that disappearance, though history being such a large and murky thing, it would not surprise me what knowledges have been lost, what peoples have been extinguished, and how many of them deserve to be lost or extinguished and should have stayed that way.
Oh,
I kind of like sit there, shrug my shoulders, give him a big old smile, but that's not really in my pay grade, is it?
Yes. Sir, did you ever have
Magic Man.
like a PhD or something?
Oh no, I'm just I'm just some schmo from Cumberland.
That's understandable.
Not a lot to do but to read when you're on the front, and you'd be surprised what makes the most interesting reading. Now, you did mention Ronnie Howard. Is he one of those dime novel authors?
Well, actually, Robert E. Howard. You see, there's been going around recently that supposedly between the ice, it was before the Ice Age period. There was like supposedly an age undreamed of, and mainly it theorizes of this age that the vanished age is divided into two sub ages: the Thurian age and the Hyborian age. And supposedly, during these ages, there were a time of great technological advancement in magic and sorcery. Now, I'm very skeptical, but Robert E. Howard is one of these proponents, and he's been doing some research. And also, I've been heard he has an elective course in Miskatonic University, I think. But anyways, so far I'm a little skeptical of this, but there has been some evidence and reports of supposed artifacts of this time. But that's where the vanished age theory comes from. And also, guys, out of game, like basically, like Hyboria and the Thurian Age did actually exist. So Conan and Cole and Red Sonja are canon in this universe.
Hey,
Um,
that's cool.
Yeah. Also,
Question: is Strange Tales replaced with different because obviously Cthulhu and stuff is real? Would it be, instead of H.P. Lovecraft creating fictional stories for Strange Tales, it's like strange science, and you have these different archaeologists and historians?
well, yeah. Well, how I
Weird
rule it is
science.
that mainly that Robert E. Howard essentially he found a copy of in like the University of the Numidian Chronicles, and mainly he used that to base off Conan. So mainly he's kind of like creating a little bit more fictionalized. So his version of like his tales are slightly different than the Chronicles, but it's similar enough. There's overlap. As for Lovecraft, he is actually a powerful sorcerer, so he kind of like bases his work off of it. It's not exact. They're not like exactly one for one comparisons of the reality. Because most people, when you ask them about the Hyborian Age or like Cthulhu, they're like, "What the heck is that?" They don't exactly understand it.
But could, like, for example, Vatican have acquired copies of Strange Tales whilst like waiting for jobs?
Yeah, I
to
would assume that Cthulhu is just like not real. He wouldn't really. If he saw Cthulhu in person, he's like, "Oh my god, it is real," and also like.
It'd be like seeing Superman for real, but I'm just saying, like, when he mentions like the Numidian Chronicles and the Hyborian Age, I was just curious if I could have Vlad be like,
Well, yeah, roll
you know
intelligence check actually.
"Okay, I have a flat, no bonus to this."
Dice
Let's
time.
go.
Let
That
'em
is a
roll.
14 plus 0, so I'm just gonna stick with the 14.
So
I need to
you
use
kind of
Hobgoblin
like are
ability.
partially aware, but mostly that's just because like you were just reading tales like when you were in America, you briefly read over this weird tale of this guy named Conan like fighting. It was called like
Yeah, that's more or less what I wanted to know.
Yeah,
So when he
basically,
mentions
you just
when he mentions the Hyborian Age and the Numidian Chronicles, I'm like, you mean Pulp Fiction written by Robert E. Howard? You realize that is American story, right? That's not actual
there's
history.
some evidence in that. I've talked to the academic community. There's supposedly some archaeologists. I'm not one of those, but there's some archaeologists out there who supposedly have proven it. And there's supposedly also the Numidian Chronicles is actually real. There's some copies around the world. Now, exactly how they was written, I don't know. But all I know, it was like written sometime during the classical period of like Rome, like the Roman Empire. I think maybe
So you're
I
going to
theorize
tell me
Mr.
that
Howard
King
maybe
Conan
copied.
of... Oh, sorry, Magic.
Oh, it's fine. But I'm like, I assume Mr. Howard may be using it to get inspiration. Now, I don't know if he's like really plagiarizing, but then again, like whoever wrote the Numidian Chronicles is probably like long since deceased, so they can't file copyright violations.
Gotcha.
So yes, will that be all, good sirs?
It's kind of like sit there and shrug. I have nothing more for you. This has been most enlightening.
I have another question. Have there been, in your circles, any reports of books being stolen from libraries?
No,
Perhaps?
not really. That's my knowledge.
Any odd fellows of odd appearance, aside from us, approach you about this situation? Looking for
Gavin's like-
artifacts
At,
from them?
at least he's admitting we are a weird bunch.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're a
that's fair.
German, I'm
So
Ukrainian,
Gavin's like,
we have a
no
Furbolg
weird
and a
people
man.
and stuff. Not really. I haven't seen. I mean, you look fine, my good sir.
No, you don't need to compliment him. He does not need his head to get any bigger.
My head is perfectly sized for Ushanka. You, on the other hand, need to lose about 2 pounds on that skull.
Ooh.
How dare you?
Burn.
See if I help you next time you decide to jump out of a building.
You have not helped me since I jumped out the building. I helped self.
I should just let you die in the snow next time.
Thank you for
Anyway,
It's myself.
sure you did.
Thank you for
I'm
your-
gonna. I'm just gonna ask him. I doubt that I'm going to be with these people forever. Is there a possible contact for possible? How the English word for it?
Internship?
Internship. Yes. Some sort of contact in case I ever want to seek employment there or study.
If it's possible. I mean, there's some other firms you could go into. I could work something out. You could talk to the manager there.
What is his name?
His name's Reginald. Reginald Seinfeld.
Reginald Seinfeld.
Most
Perfect.
British name possible.
Look, I can't live on the fly. I can't live on the fly. Okay, what do you expect?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
It's
I've
fine.
done the same stuff. Don't worry.
All right,
It's fine. It's fine.
All right, is that all? Do you guys want to interview Mr.
That's all.
Gavin?
If everybody else is done and we're considering walking out, I want to be the last one out, and I would like to turn to him and shake his hand and thank him for the help. And when I do so, I'm going to put a pouch with 15 gold in his hand and say, if we could really get a good look at those papers just for an evening, this is exactly where we're going to be. And I give him the address for the hotel we're going to be at.
All right, so
Nice.
all right.
We are slick.
All right. Yeah, I will mail that to you, my good sirs.
Thank you.
The post.
All
You
right.
trust in this post office?
So you guys leave Penny Foundation. Where do you guys want to go next?
I'm going to pull Athena aside for a second. Athena, seeing as how the great conflict is tied up, some people over here, and furthermore, should we head on to Egypt, there might be holding a slight grudge. If inquired about, merely tell them that you're from Belgium on the border.
I believe I picked up on your subtlety.
It's
I
just
can do a slight British accent if you need me to.
Oh, not needed. Not needed. I would just hate to see such conflicts rekindle after so much was done to quell them in the first place.
I
It could
don't
never
know if you would
happen
say
again.
quell them.
Rest your weird.
I do not believe that many on my side of the conflict felt that it was a fair bargain, if you will.
An error we may yet pay for. Kind of looking flat at him like, you did good. You didn't shoot a single person.
In one
That's
time,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I
aside
will
from
punish
cultists,
murder
I've shot
hoboing if you do
person.
that. All right.
I threatened violence. I have Shouted? I have not shot a person who did not deserve it.
And that's just what we need you for.
So I make sure that the gun remember this. I make sure that the gun that you are shooting works properly. Remember that.
If the shoulder in my if the shrapnel in my shoulder didn't hurt, so I'd punch both you in the face.
That's fair.
All right, so you guys get out. What do you guys do next?
Well, what time of day are we at?
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Sorry, what did you say, Shadow?
I said I'd like to make money. I'm currently at 107. I need about 53 more gold, and I can acquire Ward.
An English warg.
Tally ho, good sir.
Oh,
Tally-ho.
something tells me they might hunt something more interesting in foxes in a world with fantasy elements. So this is going to be good.
All right.
Hunting with pixie hunting.
Oh, God. Oh, I love that.
Wait,
idea.
Magic Chan, are you a follower of Shadowversity by chance?
Good old Shaddy.
Shad's cool.
All right, so what do you guys
No,
want to
I'm
do?
Well, no, Magic, before we continue, are you a follower of Shadowversity by chance? Specifically his video on how pixies would wage warfare.
No, I'm
That's like
aware of
yes.
diversity, but I've not watched that
Thank
video.
God. Okay, we can go fairy hunting if we ever want to. We can do that. We're good.
I just don't know
Thank
why you
God.
would have given him the ammo to begin with. Now he's just going to go look it up.
Yeah, now he's
Don't.
gonna be like, and during the Civil War of the Pixies in the
Do
Northern
not-
Islands.
Do not watch episodes 1 and 2 of Curse of Silverthorn on the Night's Watch channel. Do not draw inspiration from that at all, man.
Wink, nudge.
Basically, my brain is like starting to fry a little bit.
She's becoming
so
Athena.
why don't-
It's blending together.
it really is. Why don't we go and get some food that is not at the White Castle? Let's get some real food, not this fast food that is toxic.
Ooh, I have heard quite a bit about fish and chips here. I think we should, just find ourselves a good spot. Fish and chips.
Yeah, roll me a survival check to get some fish and chips.
No, fine. Athena will be fine. She does not need to roll a survival check.
You're intentionally mute your mic.
What
Or
Athena
Mike.
doesn't know is that she has angered the Sumerian god of fast food, who has cursed her in a subtle but unmistakable way.
Gutter oil.
Sumerian. At least she didn't piss off the Stygian god of fast food. Then we'd have some real problems.
Ugh.
Or the Lemurians.
Ugh.
Lemurians.
No, thanks. No, we're good. Okay, so we have to wait to receive the paper so we can do a little bit more digging into that. Let's see. I mean, we're not in England to enjoy the weather.
No, and it's certainly not enjoyable right now. All right. Well, I
Reminds
guess we
me of
could just,
Vlad's personality.
I mean, I think we get some lunch and maybe we just head on over to Henderson Manufacturing and see if we can get some more answers.
How long do we intend to stay in England?
As long as we need to get this done.
I need specific day estimation before I make a decision on how to acquire funds in Soho.
2 shakes of a Persian warg's whiskers.
I do not know what those words mean.
African or European?
I don't know.
Most likely a few days.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine it'd be too
hard to find.
So, you guys, so roll the survival check.
I rolled the
Fine,
survival
fine,
check,
fine.
and I rolled the survival check already. It was 17.
Oh,
Okay. We're gonna go with your survival check.
So,
Man,
you find actually Henry's fish and chips shack, and mainly across the street.
I think they misunderstood me. Those look like fries.
these
Well,
are the
it's
biggest
called-
dang French
you-
fries I've ever seen.
Do you
want
not
fish and
know
chips.
that chips are French? What you Americans called French fries, which I do not understand why you call them French, are called chips in Europe.
I believe
And
the
they call
French are
cookies
lying to us.
biscuits. And they call cookies.
The French
call
are always
cookies-
lying. Do never trust the French.
Well, that's just about prejudice.
You know what?
Also more reason to shoot every Englishman you see. They call cookies biscuits, and they call chips crisps.
Unless it's fruit and cake.
See, this I agree with the Ukrainian.
Like I said, grab a high
Anybody know
caliber
where I can get a
automatic weapon.
cigarette?
Grab a high caliber automatic weapon and treat average English street same way 21st century school is treated.
Well, I believe in the future we'll all be on jetpacks in the moon.
You are too
You're
optimistic.
crazy.
I've read it in the
Anywho,
book.
I just pushed through all of them. One fish and chips, please.
Yes. Just do you want a small, medium, or large?
Oh, and I look to see what looks appropriate for me, and I just take the medium.
All right, so you get the medium. That'll be 6 gold coins, sir.
All right,
6 gold coins
fantastic.
for
I
fish and
guess that does seem a little expensive for fish and fries.
I think these are chips.
Right, chips. We did just talk about it.
For context, in D&D, your average meal is about 3 copper.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but
do
we're
gold
running-
coins. All right.
Yeah, he's running gold only.
So, all right,
There you
yeah,
go.
we're doing gold only. But anyways, we're going to be doing. All right, I'll change that to 4 gold coins.
I'll take
That
it.
sounds fair.
Keep
Much
That's
it
not
more
fair.
appropriate.
Here's my 4 gold coins, and I am excited to try this.
All right, so you get your medium size. Anyone want to buy fish and chips? Mando, do you want to buy anything?
Why are you
else, Mando?
specifically asking me?
Everyone's kind of looking.
I'm just sausage you can add.
We'll need an extra
Athena
bag,
is-
please.
You can add some blue cheese if you'd like. That wouldn't end bad.
Athena,
I'm sorry, Mando.
I'm going
sorry.
to get the medium fish and chips, and can I get a beer instead of whatever soda pop carbonated drink you all have?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, you have your. How old is Athena?
30.
All right, so it's like, all right, yes, you seem like old enough to drink. Here's your craft beer.
How old do you think I am?
You're small enough to be child.
You are tall enough to be giant.
Yes.
Wait, that's not an insult. I need to come up with better insults.
Anyways,
Aw, they like
You
each
are
other.
tall like a tree that needs to be chopped down.
I'm full
So
of the
you get your
Netherlands
beer, you
also.
drink it. It's just like normal cheap beer. It's not really anything interesting.
Very good.
Walk up, wrap my knuckles on the bar, on the serving service. Like, I'll just have some bangers and mash, please.
Yeah, sir.
Some
we'll have-
what?
Bangers and mash. It's
Kind of
good.
turn around, boiled sausage and mashed potatoes.
Oh.
I absolutely love it,
Weird
IRL. It's really
Americans.
freaking good.
Oh, I know what it is IRL, but Athena would not know.
Oh, yeah.
Because
You
it's
see, the
English
local
mentally.
colloquial for it is bangers and mash, or bubbles and squeak, or some such.
I hear orcs call it bangers and smash.
Bangers and smash.
Yes.
Why do we care about what the orcs want?
It's apparently orcs in apparently most orcs are utilized for football in England. That's why their Cockney accent is so prominent.
Oh, yeah. You ever see them get hyped up for one of them sporting events? I don't
No.
think I've seen anyone ever killed over a cricket match, but if we stay long enough, we might.
All right, anyone want to buy any fish or anything, or no?
Just me.
All right.
I
So-
said fish and chips.
Oh, did you?
And beer.
Okay, you.
Oh, are
It's
you
2.
sure? Okay, let's see. If you, okay, so, man,
got
what do you want to
distracted.
buy? What? Are you that dramatized over the whole White Castle incident?
You all keep bringing it up.
It's funny.
Why are you muffled?
Hey, what are you talking about?
able to eat or drink anything from now on in this game without thinking about pooping in a bag.
All right, so like, ma'am,
Sir, please calm down.
The fish chips and beer. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's yeah.
all right. So, anyways, all right, ma'am. I'll give you what do you want? A small, medium, or large fish and chips?
Medium.
All right, you'll have to be 4 gold, please.
I hand over 4 gold.
So, all right. So, anyways, anyone else want to get anything? Are we good?
I'll just get whatever the basic meal is, and we take the money out of the party fund.
We got to be able to expense it.
Oh,
That's fair.
Oh.
I hand you 4 gold. If you don't have the gold, I hand you the gold.
Well, I'm
All
not
right.
taking it out of my personal. This is a travel expense. I'm not using my personal funds.
Oh, that makes sense.
My personal funds are going to upgrading my kit, namely in the form of an animal companion. Technically a monstrosity companion, but you say tomato, I say tomato.
The Ukrainian, are you going to get any food? I can poison it.
Instead, I ordered the basic meal.
so you get 4 gold coins too. So, all right. I don't think I'm gonna make Mando roll a luck check to see if she has stomach issues again. I'm not doing that because I know she's been traumatized by it.
I'll do it if you
So
want me
she's
to.
eating like an English food. Like the English are not known for doing anything creative with their meals. So it's not like now if she was eating Indian food, then we may have a concern.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh no.
So yeah, so we're just gonna eat. Yeah.
That's funny. All right, so we I guess we have our fish and chips. I'm feeling less peckish than I was a moment beforehand. I think we're ready to mosey our way down to Henderson Manufacturing.
Yes. So you guys are gonna take an hour drive. So how are you gonna get a car?
Ooh, that is a great question. Well. Well, I guess we'd have to find ourselves a car service.
Yep.
And that is what I said about doing. I guess why don't we look for car services on our way back to the hotel who could definitely get us a reliable car service?
Yes, you can buy a car, you can get a taxi, or if you had
I
a
think a
ward,
taxi is
you
probably
could have
the
rode a
best.
ward or something. But anyways,
Well, if I take a taxi out, would I be able to get a taxi back? Is my question if I'm going an hour out.
well, no, you gotta get a new taxi.
Well, yeah, would there even be taxis in that? Would it be possible for me to get a taxi to that area?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure before I find myself
I'm
stranded.
sure we can look up
Now we're away.
the number of the taxi service in the phone book.
All right, well then do it to it, smarty pants.
Oh yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
you Athena, you getting this phone number for us?
Sure.
Fantastic.
555-55-5555.
The most
Appreciate-
desired number in the phone book.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I
So yeah, I
go
guess
to-
we're gonna take the car service there.
Yep.
All right,
We
so you guys
get
get a taxi.
taxi.
So you guys do get a taxi, and he's like, "All right, sir, where do you want to go?"
And I explained to him exactly where I want to go, exactly where Henderson Manufacturing is, and I totally remember that off the top of my head.
Yes. Oh, I know what that is. That's basically that's pretty much an hour drive from here, sir. That'll be for all you guys, that'll be 15 gold coins.
You heard him, Baldwin?
Well, 15 gold. Oh, we'll get reimbursed for this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let me just check. Yeah, we still good. We still solvent. We
If
might
I were
need
to
to
open
make.
my wallet, I could currently pay for things with cartoon moths.
I'm going to give him. He's asking for 15. I'm going to give him 17. So you're going to wait for us there till we
Yes,
need a
I
ride
will wait.
back.
I will wait, my good sir. Thank you for paying extra. I need this money.
And also, if something untoward should happen there, like should we rile up, say, a criminal element, you would wait for us to return to the car from leaving. You wouldn't leave us stranded.
It depends on how close the police officers, sir. I'm sorry. Like I don't want. I don't have. I don't want to get arrested again, sir.
Kind of show my investigator's badge, like,
I
son,
like this taxi driver. I like this taxi driver.
we're kind of like the police.
Do you have a a ID, sir?
We're
What?
scarier than police because we carry firearms.
I mean, sir, everyone has firearms. You're like the fifth person this week that said they have carry firearms on them. Like,
Oh, we are just here in a semi-legal capacity. A legal adjacent, a semi-almost recognized federally recognized function.
What does that even
The rest is just paperwork, my good
all
man.
right, so
Don't worry
You
yourself.
gotta roll me a deception check here.
Can we give him advantage for that great trade?
Yeah, you got. All right, you can give him the help action, which is advantage, but how?
Perfect.
You gotta-
I would love to step in and just be making like hand gestures, like speaking with my hands while he's talking, just to distract him.
Okay.
We're going to baffle them with bullshit.
A little razzle, a little dazzle.
All right.
I stand corrected. Apparently, World War I made the police have to carry weapons because they were dealing with high rates of terrorism.
And yeah. So yeah,
This is
this taxi driver operates out of Soho, so he's been in with a few gangs, a few Peaky Blinders here.
This is a really bad,
What'd you get?
because you know how I rolled with advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of them is a 1.
Okay.
Perfect. And the other one.
Okay, who wants to get what the other one is?
1.
The other one is a 1.
Okay, so like, sir, you don't really, for someone who's a man of the cloth, you don't really look like the criminal type, or like the invested government type, really.
That's exactly as intended. Why would I be either of those things?
So you can tell it's working then.
Why are we allowing the priest to talk?
I just like to say I got both the first ones in the campaign. I got both of them at the same time. You're
Very
welcome.
nice.
Oh,
You guys have to
isn't
scroll.
that one? And that's where the Ukrainian elevator came from.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's true.
Anyways, the driver doesn't care because he just wants to get paid. So, anyways, he's gonna drive you.
Ah.
So you guys take an hour drive. What do you guys do during this hour?
Remain silent, as inconspicuous as possible.
I talked to the taxi man and ask him questions about his vehicle. What year is it? What's the engine type?
It's Model Ford. It's a little older pattern. It's like Model Ford. I think it's like S or something. I don't know. It's just an older pattern of like of a Model Ford. Really, it's a little rough around the edges. You can kind of see the wear and tear a little bit, but you do see like the person's trying his best to keep it maintained and working. Anyways, so you guys drive out to the town of Derby, which is like about an hour's drive from London, and you guys get there to the location. And also, the driver's gonna wait for you guys because you guys paid a little extra, so he's like happy.
All right. Well, it appears we are at our place of manufacturing. I guess the next thing to do is inquire about the Clive expedition.
Well, you guys gotta go there. You're on the outskirts and stuff, so.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Well, I guess we need to make our way downtown, as it were. Walking fast.
So you guys, So you guys walk, and you guys get to Henderson Manufacturing, and you see 2 guards. He's like, "Sir, are you an employee?"
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
No. I wouldn't go that far. Not yet, anyways. I was actually just here because I was looking to inquire about some equipment for an expedition for myself, actually.
Do you have archaeological credentials? Did you register beforehand?
No, this is more of a fact-finding mission. We just happen to find ourselves in the area.
Sir, you do realize you need to register beforehand. Like, we don't just do orders. I mean, if it's
Well,
a
I
small
know
order,
we
maybe.
just kind of want to get a better idea of what's going
Roll
on
me
on site.
persuasion
Kind of
check.
talk to some people.
You got to roll me a persuasion check, man.
It's not a 1, but it's a 2 plus whatever.
Sir,
persuasion
you
is.
really
It's
got
not
to.
gonna
I
be
mean,
enough.
the guards,
3.
sir, you really have to register beforehand. Like, I mean, we can't just like do it. I mean, it depends like how much you want exactly. Like, what do you want specifically?
Oh, we were just looking to talk to somebody to figure out what we need.
Paint?
Where's the office for this registration? And also, I personally am wanting to inquire about a possible internship with your fabulous company.
Do you have a resume?
I hand him. I was a airplane mechanic during the Great War. I worked on. I list out all of my credentials.
She's like, ooh. The guy's like, okay, this is interesting. Are you working for this person? He points to Otto's character.
4? No.
4, no. Somehow I ended up traveling with this group of fine furry friends. Well, I think what he was trying to say was that we heard about an expedition and we're wondering what the procedure would be to be.
Well, you must go
part
to
of
the
an
front desk.
expedition.
You must send a letter beforehand requesting supplies, and we would get back with the appropriate payment. I mean, if you is an emergency, you could talk to the manager, but we are busy with a big order from the Penhu Foundation, so we are not. So trying to fill that order is going to be very difficult. Your order.
Ooh, well, the Penhu Foundation is actually who sent us, and I'm without even looking, I'm kind of like reaching over and tapping Vaulton on the shoulder, like, get the card.
Oh yes, Penhu. That's where Edward's from, isn't it? That's his little outfit. Yeah. Show him the card.
Yeah. Why did Mr. Gavigan send you? Did he request a change? We were not really informed of him beforehand.
Oh, this is something. It's like my tall friend said. It's a fact fighting. We're trying to do this off the books initially, just to kind of
Like, what do you
gauge
want
out stuff. Wait, who was that guy? He had practically the same scale of equipment and logistics. The expert Clive. What's Clive? Kind of look at him and like, was Clive his name? Clive his name?
Yeah, the Clive expedition was once. We filled out that order last month actually. So. Well, why do you want to know that Clive expedition? We sent the equipment.
What sort of a logistical footprint was he looking at? Because
he was looking for digging equipment, electrical generator, lighting, like pretty simple stuff. Not really that major. Like, for a normal dig site, he was doing a decent amount, but it was overall pretty average.
I don't know how much. How much longevity was he looking at for the how much time was he looking to be out in the field? Because I don't
probably know. About a few months. We don't really care much about how long you stay out in the field. We just fill the orders and they pay us, and that's literally it.
Of course.
So we don't know exactly, but that's like, I'm just listing the equipment, sir. What do you guys want to know specifically? Do we forget something? Do we like miss on that list or something? Are you filing a complaint? Like,
auditing. We're auditing.
Are you like the tax collectors?
No. We're just making sure that what they're telling us they're buying is what they're buying.
You never know. Sometimes people kind of.
I mean, we did double check the list. We did send everything correctly. Was anything broken on arrival? Like, Mr. Gavigan would have phoned us to complain if anything was broken on arrival. I'm confused why he sent you guys.
We just have a suspicion that somebody at the port where it was received at decided to, help with the cargo. Something may have fallen off the truck.
So the guard's like thinking about this, and
not that I would ever think that it happened on this end. You came highly recommended.
No, sirree, Bob.
Yeah. Yes. I would say, well, if you have a complaint with the docks, I would say you can go to the Limehouse, Limehouse docks in Soho. That there's this guy named Pony Chandri. He helps manage the shipping for Penny Foundation. If you have you may have smuggled something. We're not sure, but it's not a fault on our end, sir. So
would you have any reason to suspect something like that would happen?
I mean, it is Soho, sir. There's a lot of issues of smuggling and stuff going on. The police have been trying to crack down for the last few months. It's not been going well because it's Soho. You know how they are. They're very rough and tumble type.
Oh, that
Chandri's been overall. He's slightly better than the average Soho person. It's just there is reason to suspect he might be taking smuggling equipment maybe. But then again, I do doubt it. Mr. Gavigan is a very wealthy person, and Chandri would be really upset if he lost Gavigan, if Gavigan threw the book at him. So I'm not quite sure if he's smuggling or not, because to a degree Gavigan's been paying him well, so I've heard.
Oh, well, that is very true. No, unfortunately, we don't believe that the items falling off the manifest happened at this end. No. In this fine country, too much respect for their jobs, too much respect for how the system works. No, we believe that when it got where it was going, that someone there may have just decided to, they have two of this item. They won't miss if one's going. And that we might feel that someone on the other end might have just, fudged the ledger a little bit as to avoid coming across in a position of blame. You know how it is. It's much easier to change a 1 to a 2 than to try to track down where a spare generator or drill or kind of look over at Athena. Or, what was that big thing? The big fancy thing they used to get the
drill?
The drill. Can you tell it's my first time? I do not know any of the vernacular on this.
So you're saying like we're
are you trying to inquire as to the type of equipment? I'm also kind of confused over here.
That would be the most helpful. If we are able to understand the scale, and especially, I understand if you would be hesitant to give us a list of the items that they acquired, it would help us. So that way we can both check here, check at the docks, then go over. Eventually, this investigation might go overseas. Kind of look at him, roll my eyes. That's the amount of cash we're talking about.
So it's like, sir, I think overall I'll give you the list of things for the Clive expedition. It was pretty average, but anyways, if you wanted, that's fine. Yeah, are you sure, Mr. Gavigan, you're employed by Mr. Gavigan? He did not inform me of you. I just want to double check.
We want to keep this low. You know how it goes. We don't know
we
don't know how high up in this organization it goes. So
true, and also McGavigan would be upset. So
immensely. You strike me as someone who understands the true power of both integrity and discretion.
All right. Get you far in this business.
Other than what they were also saying, if someone wanted to intern, please consider me for the internship. This is the number I'm staying at.
Think about it. Miss, what's your name? Miss Athena Storm?
Yes.
All right, we will think about that. Will that be all, my good sirs?
Of course. I will not take up a single moment more of your time.
All right. So are you guys going to leave? Like, what are you guys going to do?
Once we get the manifest of what they used, obviously we're going to try to copy it down so we can try to figure out, like, we only have a list of equipment, but we might be able to take this to someone who I don't know, maybe Layla could tell us, like, what exactly this equipment means, because it might mean, like, an excavation for something that's close to the surface might be rarely mundane, but something that is, far away from civilization or that has to go fairly deep underground would have certain tells on it. Every operation has a logistical footprint. Every operational has a logistical and equipment footprint, and we can understand what sort of logistical what sort of operation we're looking at here. Is it just somebody scraping off pottery that's 2 feet down, or is this someone plunging into the depths?
All right.
Things that were best left undisturbed.
All right. So you want to look for the manifest list right now?
Yep.
So you look for the list, Lurkin, and it seems to be a decently sizable operation. You have a large drill. You got an electrical generator. You have lights. You got a water tank. So because Egypt has issues with water quality, sadly, and water tank. You also do have storage place for food. It seems like a very large expedition. It's going decent. It's kind of an average dig for it's not like a light dig. This is a very serious, a deep dig into Egypt, and also it's decently sized. So you definitely understand it's something of importance they're digging for. And also,
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
So you definitely know it's definitely a decently sized dig. So there's something valuable that they're going after.
Oh,
also the dwarves didn't dig too greedily, too deep.
Oh, I think that's the second
No, they're not
step.
going down that deep where they're going to fight a Balrog. No, they're not
Also, I want to look at some of the names attached to this, just so in case when we get to the other side, when we get overseas, we might have a name or something we can drop. Because if this much gear and people went through his place, people might take notice, So if we say, hey, we're with the Clive expedition, we report to this person, have they been through here?
Okay, you could do that.
Because my suspicion is, the second expedition might be barking up the same tree. We might be unearthing the same series of events that ended the life of our dear friend Elias. Mr. Elias. Just gotta shrug. Just a hunch.
I mean, we know what's going on. You start digging into what someone was killed to hide, and you will find the people trying to kill you.
Exactly. So copy down all the relevance, just the amount of things, the items, how much they got, and also any proper names and places as well. Offer them up to Otto or Athena. Actually, go over to Athena. Anything I don't quite understand, it's what the hell is an alternator or something? If there's anything rather
so basically
technical.
You talk to Athena. So Athena, roll me intelligence checks for this list.
We got the technical.
Let's see. We've got a 15.
Nice.
So you do go for the equipment. You have a basic understanding of how the equipment functions and stuff.
I'm sure most of it is of German origin.
They're mostly English design, but you know the rough idea.
Good. All right.
So you're basically giving Lurkin advice because Lurkin doesn't have much experience. All right, Otto and Shadow, do you want to do anything or no?
No, I'm feeling pretty all right.
All right.
I'd like to go to Soho. See if we can find any leads on cultists, or allow me to acquire funds from illicit.
You already got 10,000 gold. Yeah, 50,000 gold coins. You want to bet more? Oh, actually, it's travel expenses, so I understand.
Yeah, that's travel funds. I don't want to use that for kit upgrades. Also, again, if you're a cultist element, it would make sense you want to hide amongst the riffraff so you can snatch up people that no one cares about for their blood sacrifices. It would just that would be the perfect. Soho sounds like because I imagine the police presence in Soho is not going to be very high because there's criminals there, right?
Yeah, it's not great. It's
that is the perfect place for a cult to hide. A woman a woman getting snatched off the road, a drunk guy disappearing into an alleyway. It's the gangs. It's not a secret cult sacrificing them to a many-faced worm. Also, it's a good excuse for me to go knock some heads in and get some money.
True. Also,
chaotic good.
All right.
No, actually, not even close.
Oh no!
Complete opposite end of the spectrum, actually.
Oh no! I wish to withdraw my comment.
Good. Doesn't change that Blood is not exactly a selfless individual. Or a hobgoblin, for that matter. Yeah, so, going to Soho, I would find a decent-sized bar or something like that, and ask the bartender about just some going-ons, if there's been any odd disappearances, maybe some just people going missing once a week, single individuals, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like? I'll go to like a couple bars asking this.
Oh yeah.
Like, different
Also, is anyone reading the English news or no?
I wouldn't care.
Newspaper.
You know, I didn't have that idea, but it seems to me like something Otto would have jumped for. Can I roll
Yeah.
for it? Can I roll for it, Magic?
Yeah, you
See
can
if
roll
I
for
snagged
it.
up a paper.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they wrapped your fish and chips in.
What do you want me to? It's a straight 9 if I'm adding anything on a 20.
So what'd you get?
So, I'm just gonna go with a 9 because it's not much of
9.
anything.
Yeah, you basically haven't been reading the news because you've been like so busy with investigating.
Mm.
You haven't really paid attention. Anyone else want to roll for news?
Yeah, sure.
Do it. Make the dice rolls.
Do it. Get to the chopper.
All right. Let's see. That would be a 12.
12.
I saw nothing. I read pretty words on the pretty
Shadow,
paper.
what'd you get?
I got it. So plus, a little bit higher because my intelligence is +3. So that was a 5.
Yeah, you don't get anything. Wow, just rolling bad. Shadow, what'd you get?
We're making
didn't
up to you for
roll.
last round.
Yeah, you can roll, dude.
I don't know if Vlad would care about the newspaper, but seeing
Okay, that's
out of
fine.
character,
That's fine.
out of
But-
character, you seem to want this to happen. So I will be a good player and I will roll.
Oh yeah,
For the
everyone
DM.
can roll for it. Like you guys been
Keep it rolling.
nearly a day. You guys
I acquired a roll of a 10.
So you guys just see the weather in the news, mostly rain. And it mainly talks about there was like a riot at a rugby match, and the police several people got arrested. A few others got injured, but fortunately, no one died. Which the police said this is like, thank God, this is the third riot this week, and no one has died yet. So you guys head to Limehouse Docks, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you get your taxi driver who's still waiting for you because Larkin paid him extra, and you didn't spend another hour driving. Anyone want to do anything on that drive or no?
Oh yeah, I fall asleep
No.
on the way back, and my head kind of rolls over onto. Let's go with Athena's shoulder. A little drool comes down.
Oh,
Just so comfortable around you guys.
he likes you.
Why
He
is it
likes
me? Why
It was
is
the motion of the
me?
car. The car put me to sleep.
Because your side did unspeakable evils during the Great War, and you deserve this.
Oh, come on.
I did not commit any unspeakable war crimes, and also, we were not the only ones doing unspeakable things during the Great War. It's the other side, especially your side. It's not clean in this.
My side were torn
encounter.
apart from machine gun fire in opening moments of combat. They did not get a chance to do anything unspeakable.
She did a great
She had
job for the
reason
war
gunned
effort.
down
She
by
helped with the
artillery
Red
and machine
Baron.
guns in 2 hours.
Your Honor, I plead not guilty by way of I killed everyone first.
There's no
All
way.
right,
they can
I do allow
justify.
PvP, so I mean, if you really wanted to fight,
Oh, no, I would say, like, he killed everyone first. Like, well, that is kind of a
yeah, I do allow
defense.
stealing. So if you guys really wanted to you really wanted to do it, that's fine. But anyways, so it takes you an hour. You guys head to Soho. It's definitely a rough place. It's definitely like lower quality housing. You got people look a little rougher. I mean, Shadow, this is your place and stuff, so you feel comfortable. But everyone else is like, how do you guys react to being like in such a rough, dingy place?
Hike up my coat a little bit. Oh shit!
I
I'm
wiped
actually-
drool off my shoulder.
And me off my chin.
Word the wise, if any children come near you, if any children touch you, check their hands. They may take things. Any man approaches you with his hands out of sight, he's probably holding a gun or a knife.
Very true. Very true.
All right. So yeah, I want to go to just a bar or two and just kind of get hear if there's anything about any odder disappearances in Soho. Like once a week, someone goes missing on a specific day or something like that. Something like that kind of rumor. Or
Yeah. You basically. All right, so what you want to roll for a rumor?
yeah, just if there's anything that would
roll
make me
perception.
think that
Roll
Pope's been active in
investigation.
Soho.
Yeah.
So what would that be? Is that a luck roll, or is that what kind of roll is that?
It's actually an investigation roll.
Investigation.
Does anyone have proficiency in that?
I happen to be a licensed and proficient investigator. And I
Would you
would
like
I'm
to
also
give? Would you like to
pretty
give me the help action,
proficient.
please, so I can have
I
advantage
would
because my intelligence is only
absolutely enjoy
plus
giving
0.
you the help thing. You can be the
All right,
bad
thanks, man.
cop, and I can be the good cop.
Well, no, I'm just like asking. I'm
Oh.
just kind of like asking around, but I guess
Kind of hang
yeah,
near
I
him.
guess it would be framed as like I'm asking questions, and then like you're following up behind with like, oh well, he means like this, like being less
Yeah!
blunt than me.
It's like, oh, he doesn't really know what he's talking about. He totally does.
Just like better at like prodding information and like picking apart
So
what people
what'd you
are
get,
saying.
Shadow?
I haven't rolled
Exactly.
yet. Holy freaking shit! Thank you, Bob. That would have been a 3. I actually got a 19.
So Shadow, you have
Thank
another
you,
reason.
man.
Supposedly, people are washing up in the Thames River. Seems to be some sort of like last few weeks, random people have been found in the river dead. Source seems to be impalement through the chest. So that's a bit suspicious. Basically, people are saying this is like the second Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
I like that subtitle, though.
Electric Boogaloo to Jack the Ripper. That's awesome.
Jack the.
I mean, it is suspicious.
Ripper.
It's mainly it seems to be irregular, like every few other weeks, like randomly. So, but there is a little suspicious that the deaths keeps repeating the same.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you know Gandhi was Jack the Ripper?
How he killed people?
That is the spiciest
Apparently,
cake.
I don't know how true this is, but apparently he arrived in England, and a little bit after he did, Jack the Ripper's spree started. And then a little bit after and then like a little bit before he left, it started.
Yeah, it sounds like something Joe Rogan would say. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I think
This
that's
is-
was bull. I legitimately think it was a member of the royal family.
That is
That's my personal assessment.
Absolutely absurd, and I totally love it.
I mean, look,
I headcanoned the shit out of that.
I still think it's the royal family, but if it is Gandhi, I think that's hilarious. Seeing his one contribution
Gandhi
to human
is
civilization
Jack the
is
Ripper.
inspiring MLK to not do violence, and he did excessive violence if he was Jack the Ripper.
Well, it makes the civilization self seem more appropriate. Nuclear war.
I would
True.
also, in some seedier establishments, ask if there's any sort of criminal element looking for some kind of
Strong arm.
Yeah, strong arm. You know, some enforcement, some racketeering, maybe a gang hit with a unknown individual doing the
Ooh.
job, so it can't be tied back to that organization. That sort of thing.
You have very interesting hobbies, sir.
I have very interesting vocations.
True, true, true.
You do not get paid for hobbies; you pay for hobby. I am compensated well for my work.
Well, you know what you say. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
No, I love
So,
books and
am I
fun
able to like find it? Am I able to like find any sort of work or anything like that? Magic?
A worker? You want to find a worker?
Work like just kind of a job because I'm 50 gold. I'm like 50, 60
All right,
gold
so
off
you
of
want
being
a
able to
job?
buy that work.
This is gonna take time away from the investigation a bit.
Okay, I'll roll again. And I imagine that you, Bob, being an individual of a good persuasion, would not be willing to help me find jobs.
Yeah, I'm kind of more or less the people who would find that out. I
All
understand
right, yeah,
that.
I tell you to go find like a booth or something so we can like all sit down, and then I like look to the bartender and I'm
Look
like,
over there. Like, okay.
yeah, just like go do that, get away while I ask about hurting people. That is a 17 for finding out about hurting people.
Ooh.
You should just find an underground late night boxing ring. That's what you need.
So, what do you want to find again?
Fight
Just
Club.
like any sort of like jobs, high paying criminal jobs.
Good
I
times.
specifically
All right, criminal jobs.
I specifically advertise myself as someone coming from out of town, so I'd like no connection. Someone could hire me to like do a hit, and it wouldn't be traced back to them. That sort of thing.
All right. So he's thinking about this. So mainly, you find his contact. Who's basically mainly I'm not thinking about this. Umbrella. So basically, you find this. No. Yeah, Jerry. So mainly, you find this goblin guy named Jerry. And mainly, he's kind of like a local smuggler and stuff, and also a narcotics manufacturer. And Jerry's like, so, my good sir, how do you know how to help? I need your help. My employee has gotten sick, so I need you to be a temporary employee. I need you to help me cook some drugs and help me sell it to upper class bars, clubs, and stuff.
Breaking tea.
I do not cook. I do not sell, but I could
Sir, I
sell
will happily
possibly.
pay you, my good sir. Every delivery, you'll get about 30
Oh,
gold.
delivery. Yes, I can do delivery.
All right, well,
Delivery.
I'll
That's
cook at
within
least.
my skill
You
set.
seem like a very straight-laced person. That's fine. I just need someone to get the supply to the deal buyers and stuff. I have a good order coming up with the Blue Pyramid Club. I need that to get sorted out.
Yes, the delivery is within my skill set. What does pay look like?
Payments. I will pay you. I usually get this across town without getting the coppers or the bobbies from arresting you. I mean, sure, you probably fight them off, but I don't want to cause a scene. I need you to smuggle me about 15 pounds of cocaine. So I need you to. That will be about, I think, 40 gold.
40 gold.
Yes.
70.
17. Oh.
70.
70.
70. And if I'd like to make
60?
it.
How about 60?
I'll take 60.
All right, we got ourselves a deal.
All right. And yeah, so I take the briefcase of cocaine and then I head back to the hotel, and I approach Lurkin and Otto, and I'm just like, "Hello, my friends. I think we should take a walk around town, inspect the area, see if there's any odd sightings. With cults might mark territory with gang sign type things to ward off other cults. Perhaps we could see something as we walk around town and experience England's weather freely."
My, but you Ukrainians sure have a strange opinion on weather, but I shall not begrudge you it.
It is not blizzard, therefore it is acceptable.
Well, I don't know. What do you think, Valden?
Well, if it helps with our investigation, I mean, really, what could be the harm?
So then,
Alright.
then with Lurkin, Volton and Otto and myself, just a nice stroll, 3 individuals, 3 tourists touring around England. Absolutely no red flags, and I'm able to.
Can't wait to see how this goes next session.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's
oh, that's a spicy cliffhanger.
Shadow's a drug mule, and now you guys got to figure out and stuff what's going on at Limehouse Docks.
So we have a drug addict and a drug lord.
Yeah.
Well, it's more of a drug
Smuggler.
Yeah. The
Wait,
good news is
Magic,
the cocaine suitcase isn't hanging out long enough for them to find each other.
Magic, do I manage to drop off the money, the cocaine, and then get the payout?
You gotta roll me a.
Or is that for next session?
It might be next session and stuff.
Okay, because I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure I update my my personal funds before I do that. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, everybody in the chat, everybody watching, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for participating. We're going to go ahead and see ourselves out here, starting with Mr. Magic Man. Let us know again where we can find you, what you got going on.
I'm EGEMEMEC3 on Twitter /X. I'm at EGEMEMEC3 on Magic. I'm Magic Man, and my is at EGEMEMEC3.
All righty. And then we have a Shadow of Hawk.
Hey everyone, I'm the Shadow of the Hawk. You can catch me mostly on Legion Talk, Monday nights and Friday nights. Monday nights is Game of Thrones, Friday nights is Friday Night Royal Rumble. You can check me out on my channel where I occasionally stream. My brother and I will be doing Helldivers 2 a lot more often.
Ooh.
You can also check out whatever videos I work on there. Whenever I've got time, I'm hopping on a variety of different streams, such as over on Exiled Lioness, Clifton 3D, Wheezy Pillar, sometimes Cool Frog, but that's kind of late for my time zone, so that's a bit more iffy. You can check me out on Twitter for some good takes, some bad takes, some weird takes. My Kofi page for original content. This week I dropped a story called Ethelfled the Forsworn, which was my attempt at writing an actual strong female character. And then, yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Didn't you talk about Dune 2? Weren't you a guest on a different channel recently?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Last night. No, not last night. Thursday night, actually. I was over on Dames and Dorks, where myself and Nerdy Cook. It's Nerdy Cookies, or is it Nerd Cookies?
Nerd Cookies.
I think it's Nerd Cookies.
Nerd Cookies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nerd Cookies.
Where myself and Nerd Cookies were guests for Dames and Dorks, and we talked about Dune with the lovely ladies of that panel. So if you've got time, go check it out. I think it was a really good conversation.
Beige the movie. Yeah, thanks so much for coming on to the channel. All right, what we got? Untamed Mando.
What's up? I am Untamed Mando. I am all over the place.
Factual.
I'm gonna be my schedule is a little bit crazy right now, because I'm finally just getting back into the swing of streaming on my own channel again and doing some new content. I've also been sick with sinus infection, so I'm finally recovered from that. So yeah, just you can find me Untamed Mando, all of my socials. I'm mostly on Discord, Twitter, Kick, Twitch, and YouTube.
Woohoo! And Lurkin' Bob.
I am Lurkin' Bob. I am currently in a Cold War bunker somewhere in northern Canada. Over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be experimenting with LSD, infrasound, and sleep deprivation to figure out why my paralysis demon won't return my phone calls.
Maybe she's with someone else, man. I'm sorry.
We're also normally joined by player one Nadia, who unfortunately couldn't join us tonight. You can always find her at her other channel at the Inside All Day podcast. We're going to be here at Inside All Day Gaming. We'll be back in, well, not 2 weeks. We'll actually be, pay attention to Twitter. We'll be getting a date out here. We're going to have some people out. But again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'm Chris, player two. Catch me on both channels. I'm Echo from Loney on Twitter, and thanks for rolling with us. Have a great night, everybody.
Yes. Bye. Yeah.